this is going to be a blast. We've got an awesome band here.
Great cast, great crew. They've been working so hard. Jessica Lanfear, our producer, is amazing. So good. So Ross, do you have family here tonight? You're not here.
I do have family here tonight. I don't really know where they're at, but there they are right there in the back. We've got Gary, Lindsay said hey. Lindsay Walker said hey. We got Brenda, we got Vicky and Sean and Katie. Katie's pregnant. We got Matthew. We got my brother Matthew, who hosted this like 37 years ago or something like that. His wife and his son, who's like 2 months old. He's the man. We've got my grandmother,
Hey, Grandma.
Adam, and where's Phil? Phil McKinnon and his family are up here. They came all the way from Bloomington, so that's great. And then there's one other person here tonight. There's a girl here.
A girl?
Yeah, she's really hot, and she just graduated this December, and I like to call her my girlfriend.
Okay, everybody get up for Ross for having a girlfriend. That's awesome. That's so good. So proud of you. So, did you do anything special for her for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we went to this nice little place. It's called Redbox. And we got Toddy with a chance of meatballs. I fell asleep through it, but it was all right. And then I'm a good boyfriend, so I got her a pair of slacks.
You got her a pair of slacks?
Well, yeah, she just got a new job, and I know girls love clothes, so I got her some nice slacks.
Ross, that's not really what girls want.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what she wanted.
No, they're more about, girls, wouldn't you say we're more about the persona and how they act? And, I mean, Ross, if I were to give you advice, I've been married for almost 2 years now.
All right, hey, give it up for that.
So, really what girls want, this is what we want. We want the 3 R's. We want a guy that's rude, ridiculous, and rugged. Can you do that? Yeah! We want, when you're rude to us, it kind of keeps our interest. We're like, oh, you're mean to me, but I still want to hope that you're going to be nice to me someday.
So, I shouldn't be apologizing?
No, you want to be rude. And then you want to be just rugged. Like, girls, we love beards. And we love when you don't shower for a while.
I can do that one.
And then you mask it with Axe body spray.
So kind of like a Bowman guy.
Like a Bowman guy. My husband was a Bowman guy. Yes. And then we want you to be so ridiculous. Like that you just stand out in a crowd that all the other girls look at you and go, look how ridiculous he is. I want him to be my boyfriend.
I think I got it. I'm going to go do that now. Hey, good luck.
Okay, well, while he's going to take on that look, I'm going to introduce my friends and my family that are all here tonight. Where are you guys at? Can't really see out here. Hi! Hello! My dad is here and my Uncle Kevin. They're all the way from Chicago. Woo-hoo! This is their first time at FNL, so I'm so glad you guys came out. It makes me so happy. And I have all my girlfriends from high school. They're all my bridesmaids. They're over here! Oh my goodness, hey! Yeah, we go way back, and I'm so glad you guys are here. They're all from Purdue and IU, so glad they made it all the way to little old And I have my husband, Heath. Heath, why don't you stand up? Yeah, ow, ow. He's so shy. He hosted a couple years ago. You guys remember that? We're all in this together. He's so embarrassed. And all of my husband's family's here, the Jones family. I got the mom and pops, and I got cousins and aunts and uncles. We're all the cousins. And oh, you guys are like spread out. Oh my goodness. Hello. It's good to see you all. I'm so glad you guys are here. So great. And I didn't forget anybody, did I? No, I hope not. So I just hope that Ross gets out here pretty soon.
Let's get it started. The opener! Peter Pan! We're doing Peter Pan!
No, we're not doing Peter Pan.
Yes, we are!
No one likes the idea. It's weird.
I'm Peter Pan. We're doing Peter Pan.
No.
You're Wendy.
I'm not Wendy. Julian, that you were hosting last show and we didn't want to do Peter Pan.
No, I'm getting my harness. We're going to do it.
No, you're not getting your harness. We have to get like a bunch of crew to hold you up to do that.
That's okay.
Jess, we didn't plan that. You're not doing Peter Pan. I'm sorry.
I'll get my harness.
You're not getting your harness. better than that, actually.
Well, I
but
mean-
who's...
Oh, see? Captain Hook! It's Peter Pan!
We're not
Captain Hook! Peter Pan! Captain Hook!
Ross, what are you doing?
Mate, I don't know what you think you're doing. Kelly, is this savvy enough for you?
You're pretty rugged. You were just
Oh,
rude.
mate, just go on.
I do my own Peter Pan!
He can't get out. Hey, Julian. What are you doing? Is this your 3 R's? The rugged, you got that, you got the rude, you got the pretty
You tell
ridiculous.
me, love.
You're pretty ridiculous. What is the tail right here? What do you got? Ross, this is, do you know what this is?
No.
1842 WGW.
Wilbur?
Wilbur Glenn Williams. Oh my goodness! He brought this from Israel. You know what this means?
No.
He went on a treasure hunt in Israel. Brought the treasure here, and I believe it's hidden somewhere here in the pack.
You say the treasure's here?
The treasure's here. It's the treasures in the pack.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to FNL News.
Folks, we are excited to bring you a special breaking news report tonight. First off, for years, students have wondered about the empty block of time on Tuesdays between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. All kinds of theories have been made, but none have been proven true. That is, until now. As it turns out, 10 years ago, a group of faculty members renegotiated campus-wide contracts to free up this 1 hour block. Why, you may ask? Well, we sent our hosts Ross and Kelly to find out, and folks, they found the answer. Let's take a look.
Okay, so here's the deal. Ross hacked into one of the email accounts of the professors and found out that they're meeting in Heritage Room 101 at 11 a.m.
Yeah, we're going to really find out what's in that block of time from Tuesdays 11 to 12 p.m. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, like what are they doing? What do they do during that time? We're going to go find out. Let's go see.
Here we go.
Crazy! Bring me up some more! Oh, we need one second.
Y'all ready for this?
To take this investigation further, we decided to take our cameras around all of campus to see what the staff and faculty do at 11 o'clock on Tuesdays.
In other news, teen sensation pop singer Justin Bieber was interviewed last week by the New York Post. Bieber took the opportunity to plug his new album and his One Less Lonely Girl bouquet that was made available for Valentine gifts nationwide on 1-800-Flowers.com. When Bieber was asked who his Valentine was, he responded by saying that his mom is his Valentine. Bieber followed this cute statement by making sure that everyone knows that his babysitter came in as a close second. Bieber was then asked what he hoped to achieve in the future as an artist. He candidly replied by saying that he would like to be able to make the top 10 charts, do a worldwide tour, win a Grammy, and possibly go through puberty.
In a recent interview with CNN's Becky Anderson, Donald Trump answered questions regarding his incredible success in real estate.
Trump told Anderson, well, I think I was born with drive and success because I have a certain gene. Unfortunately, that gene that he has in real estate, he doesn't have in hairdos.
The American Psychiatrists Association has released reports that the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders will be significantly revised in the 5th edition, including people with Asperger's syndrome in the same diagnostic group as people with autism and pervasive developmental disorders. Also included in the newly revised manual, Lady Gaga disorder.
This month, France was once again voted the best place in the world to live for the 5th year in a row by International Living Magazine, which has been analyzing data and publishing its annual Quality of Life Index for 30 years. Experts say one of the reasons French keep winning is because their world-class healthcare system. Another reason French keeps winning is because I don't think French people is involved in the evaluation process.
First Lady Michelle Obama announced last week that she will be heading up a campaign to curb the current problems with childhood obesity in the United States. The First Lady said that her campaign, quote, seeks to improve calorie labeling on soft drinks and foods marketed to children. Because we all know those little rascals are always checking in the nutrition labels on those things before they dive in.
Some good news for the economy last week. The Obama administration projected last Thursday that the unemployment rate will fall to 8.2%. This would put the unemployment rate much closer to the overall United States government usefulness rate at 3%.
If you spent Valentine's Day looking for love online, then you are among 1 in 3 internet users who regard the web as a good place to find a relationship, according to a new study. The BBC World Service Global Poll showed that 30% of web users regard the internet as a good place to find a boyfriend or girlfriend. Studies also show that 100% of these people are creepers.
Getting a lot of attention lately for her pet capybara. Melanie Aldos of Buda, Texas, has been keeping this capybara, the world's largest rodent, as a pet in her home. In other news, Brad Pitt has been keeping the second world's largest rodent as a pet on his chin.
Some interesting news out of Maine this week. State officials say witnesses who reported seeing a drowning snowmobiler on a lake in Greenville were probably looking at an otter enjoying a snack. This news speaks numbers for the intelligence of Maine citizens, as an otter looks just like a snowmobiler.
The Washington Post published an article this week using the suggestions of some religious leaders to advocate giving up various day-to-day amenities that contribute to man-made global warming. Our advice to the Washington Post? Look out your window.
ABC's Bachelor Jake Pavelka narrowed his group of potential marital candidates down to 2 this last week, while rejecting Allie, who after leaving the show on her own attempted to come back on. As Pavelka refused Allie's request, he discussed the difficulties of the decision while saying that he has grown and matured dramatically throughout this journey. I'm quite sure there's no better way to grow and mature than to simultaneously date 25 random women. After refusing Allie's request, the episode didn't get any easier. Jake then had to move to the rose ceremony to give Gia the news that she was this week's elimination. Pavelka commented, "The rose ceremony was awful. I remember not even wanting to go. I felt very protective over Gia, and it made me feel about 2 feet tall, breaking her heart." Another thing that could be making Jake feel 2 feet tall, causing 15 million teenage girls and another 20 million women who act like teenage girls to obsessively play out his relationship drama as if it was their own.
Than before. The president signed the bill Friday night at the White House with little public fanfare. The maximum debt of the U.S. can now carry is $14.3 trillion. The changes come at a time when the American public is increasingly concerned about the government's deficits. For those of you who are unfamiliar with these issues like the federal deficit, this is kind of like buying a yacht full of Tiffany's diamonds with the salary of a lemonade stand. This week, Boulder, Colorado ranked the best city for well-being among 185 metro areas in the nation. These numbers came out in last week's Gallup Healthways Well-Being Index. In other news, Washington, D.C. was ranked top city in the category of screwing up everybody's lives.
And folks, now we've come to the portion of the news where we find out what our peers are doing through the popular social internet site, Facebook. Let's start with Melissa. Melissa Wass, pizza night. So far, the roll call includes Jamie, Kirsta, my in-laws, and possibly Paul, Lindy, Sarah, and Sam. Can't wait. I'm picking up more cheese on the way home. Landon Smith says, roll out the barrel. Elena Bowman commented to Dana Mulder, I miss you and I love your profile pic. Dana replies, aw, thanks girl, I miss you so much. Okay, so in 2 weeks I will be home. Can we please do something? Elena replies, 2 weeks, yes. Tuesdays are my day off, so either the week after that or this week we can hang out all day long. Dana Mulder, okay, well I would love that. It is March 2nd, I believe, that would be a Tuesday. Please, please, please can that happen? What if we met downtown? Elena, I would love to go downtown. March 2nd it is. Yeah, baby. Dana. Woo-hoo! Catherine Cripe has got to get a grip on her emotions. No more laughing at inappropriate situations. No more. Katie Smock says, that's no fun. Catherine responds, neither is looking like an idiot in chapel or living in fear of laymen attacking you for smiling. Hugo Barriga responds, better than falling asleep during Bible class and having pictures taken of you. And finally, Emily Bruce writes to Dana Mulder, dearest... Second, thank you for my new toy. How on earth am I supposed to focus on adult health when I have such a fun trinket to play with? And your note was even better than the toy. Okay, I suggest you drop out of nursing school and write notes to people that blow their minds from encouragement. Just a thought. Love you, my little funny king. And finally, folks, in local news. The campus newspaper at IWU, The Sojourn, published a highly critical review of the FNL performance last semester. This article stated that the fall FNL performance lacked wit, and its skits dragged on and on. Folks, I have been authorized to speak on behalf of FNL leadership, cast, and crew. And I want to assure everyone that we truly value this criticism.
We do.
We understand that criticism can only improve the overall quality of a production when taken seriously. And who, we ask, would be better qualified to give criticism to a sketch comedy show like FNL than the reputable and distinguished news source that is the Indiana Wesleyan University Sojourn. A newspaper that is known There were some kind words.
There were.
After the very logical case was made for the author's preference for intelligent, witty humor, they stated that the primary thing that made them laugh was Titus Johnson's performance in his various roles. For those of you who weren't here, Titus's major role consisted of him wearing a mustache and cut-off jean shorts doing random exercise moves. Very intelligent indeed. But folks, we have heard that the Sojourn is here again tonight, giving us another review, and in order to improve our chances of getting a positive light cast on us, I paid Titus a little visit this week, and we put together this special collage to cater to the intelligent taste of the Sojourn staff. That's the FNL News, folks.
Have a good night.
Hey guys, you ready to get your speed dating on?
Dude, Luke, calm down, man. Scout's not even here yet. Once he gets here, we'll head out as a group.
Guys, I've been working on this song, right? It's about speed dating. It goes a little something like this. Speed dating, girls. Speed dating is the best in the world. I'm gonna meet my future wife. We're gonna be happy for life, oh yeah. Listen, it took me like 10 minutes to write that song. It's like what I do, you know, I just get a hold of a guitar and I write a song.
Fellas. We're gonna meet some ladies or what, right?
What is with that tux?
Just felt like looking good tonight. More than I can say for you guys. Sean, that tux is not working. Everyone's gonna think you're weird. Maybe a little dressed over top, but with looks as good as this, anything's possible. Huh? Sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and go. But Sean, don't cry to us if the whole tux and great looks doesn't work out for you. All right?
Every time.
Let's do this.
Welcome, daters, where speed dating's fun. Please take your seats.
Hey, look at that. Speed A after me. Speed A after me. 1, 2, 3.
Speed A! Ready? Go.
So what's your name?
My name's Tim.
Tim, it's nice to meet you. I'm Danny. I see you brought your guitar. Have you been playing for long?
Oh, you know, since I was born.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I basically came out of the womb with the old 6-string in my right hand.
Oh, okay. My dad actually plays guitar too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can he do this?
Maybe.
Okay, Danny. I would own your dad in a guitar duel.
Time's up, rotate.
The name's Sean.
The name's Jenna.
Jenna. It's a beautiful name. Beautiful girl.
It's probably one of your retainers.
Retainers. Oh, that reminds me of the time when I was stationed in Spain.
Station, were you in the army?
The less you know, my dear, the better.
Oh. So do you watch movies?
Yeah, saw a new one recently, New Moon. Ever heard of it?
I love Twilight series.
You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you said I look like Taylor Lautner. I mean, I got the abs and everything. I did it all the time for girls.
I wouldn't really say that I've seen that so much.
Rotate.
Oh my goodness, okay. Jack says the cave says, don't come back for me. Promise you won't come back for me. I mean, the tension was just so high in that episode. It drove me crazy. I can't believe you've never even seen Lost.
I guess I don't watch too much TV.
I mean, like, I don't even know who's hotter, Jack or Sawyer. I can't even make up my mind.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So, what else do you do for fun besides watch TV?
Besides watching Lost?
Yeah.
Rotate.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you watch Lost too? I'm a huge fan.
Oh my goodness! This is so exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
On the count of 3, let's both say our favorite season and see if they're the same. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Season 5!
Season 5, yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, Tim, we meet again. Nice.
Oh, thanks. I was down there at Music and Sound the other day, and I just thought I'd pick it up. That was a real beauty. You know?
Yeah, I used to have one like that.
Oh, I
Found
see.
it worked better as firewood. Surprised you haven't upgraded.
Very funny, Kylie. Guess what I'm gonna do when I get home? Huh?
Tell
I'm
me,
gonna
yeah.
write a really mean-spirited song about you.
Oh, look out, he's a songwriter.
Okay, that's it. You and me in the parking lot, guitar duel, 5 minutes.
You're on!
Please rotate.
So, Sean, do you watch any TV?
Darling, I'm a man of culture in all forms.
Oh my, do you watch Lost?
I've seen an episode or 2.
Oh, I just love that show! So good!
It's great. I love it too.
You know what I just realized?
Stop! I bet I know what you realize. You are about to say that I look just like Jack Shepherd from Lost, huh? It's not about my fucking looks. I don't know. I just get all the time.
I was just gonna say there's a new episode coming out. I mean, you don't really look like him.
Thank you, daters, for coming to speed dating. Please come back again.
Yeah.
So, Sean, How'd those rugged good looks in that tux work for you?
Not as well as I had planned, you know? I had this idea, and, maybe I should just give it all up.
You know, dude, it's all right. We all make mistakes. Did you learn from yours?
So, Lauren, how'd the whole fake obsession with Lost go?
I mean, I did meet a really cute guy. We might go out sometime.
That sounds so sexy.
Wait, I thought the whole Lost persona was just to mess with the guys. You don't even like that show. I guess I probably have some explaining to do if we ever go out, but I'm not too worried about it.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Be good. I'll just have to explain myself.
Hey.
Luke!
Hey, Lauren.
Hey! Hey, Luke!
How's it going?
Hi. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, look, I had something to tell you.
Yeah, what is it? What is it, Luke?
Look, I lied. I've never actually seen the show Lost before. Look, I'm real sorry. You know, I thought you were like really cool and like, I know I wanted to impress you. We don't have to go anymore if you don't want to. I mean, coffee. Okay, what's so funny here?
Just call me Mara. I'll explain things, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Sure.
Let's watch today as Joe and Loretta show us one of two hot items on the docket.
Hey everybody, it's Loretta, and this is Joe, and you're watching Joe and Loretta's Low Cost Gift. Just go to source for low cost gift. Hey Joe, tell the kids what you got for them today.
Well, kids, let me tell you what we got today. Today, and today only, we're not offering one, but two special surprises for you and that special someone. This is going to fulfill your gift-giving needs, folks. Loretta?
That's right, Joe. But we got some great low cost gifts going on for you today. You know when you're going to Walmart and you got those digital pictures and they're showing all your babies and your grandmas. Okay, but they're just so expensive. We got an option for you that's a little less expensive than that. Show them what we got, Joe.
That's right, Loretta. Finally, folks, there's a reception-friendly way to flip through, or rather, pull through your favorite photo albums. You don't have to buy those digitalized ones, folks. We got the answer. Loretta, show how it works.
Okay, so you got your picture. Here I got my picture of my cousin Jody. She's a doll. Okay, and then you take a piece of tape. Right here, you got the duct tape. I like the hot paint. And you take a little bit of this ribbon and you just paste it on there. And then you got the finished product. Okay, Joe, show them the finished product, okay?
That's right, folks. Here's the finished product. What I like to call, as I said before, the picture puller. Here's what you do. One at a time, folks. You just pour your way right through them. You flip it through just like one of those digitalized albums, and it's out without that stinking price tag. Pull it right through. Hey, you want to speed it up? Go ahead. Yeah, check it out. Boy, what a great gift. You know, what a great gift. We sure appreciate it, folks.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna know where to find us.
Okay, so you just come on down to our apartment in Greenville on Danforth Avenue, Joe and I are gonna pull a little strings for you. Okay, and you'll get
should I do that with my hair?
All right, everyone, it's about 1:15. Let's go ahead and get started, okay?
Oh, really?
Hey! Guys! Dr. Samuel said it's time to get started. And what he says goes. Okay?
Thank you, Herman, but next time just let me handle it, okay?
You got it, Dr. Samuels. I mean, I just want to let you know that I have your back. Like bread has butter. Like Macon has coffee. Like...
Thanks, Herman. I appreciate it. Plus, I have to apologize. Unfortunately, my dog got a hold of my dress shoes this morning, so I had to wear my Kmart shoes.
Kmart shoes! Oh, man, no, you didn't! Where's this guy get this stuff? I mean, come on. You have dress shoes? No, but I have my Kmart shoes.
Thank you. Now, as I was getting ready...
Kmart shoes!
Well, what I was saying...
Kmart!
I was going to start class...
Kmart shoes?
All right. Class, we just finished our second test this semester, and I was hoping to get some feedback from you all. What are some of your thoughts so far of History 180? Oh, yes, Jamie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, don't take this in a bad way or anything, but I think maybe next time we could just have a little bit more preparation, maybe a study guide, actually posted on Blackboard. I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Dr. Samuels has done a great job of preparing us for tests. How dare you take that for granted? You know, in some parts of the world, they have to take their exams on strips of bark. Break off the trees, Davey! Dr. Samuels has been noble enough to provide us with paper. And not only that, but the other day, I forgot a pencil.
He did.
And he gave me one. You do that in other parts of the world, they take you out to the shed and beat you with a horse whip! So, try taking a test after that, Jamie. Just try it. And then maybe think twice.
Herman, please let me handle responding to students, please.
You got it, Prof. I mean, I just want to let you know that I have your back. Like shoes have laces, like Mario's has pizza, like the student government has meetings.
Thank you, Herman. And Jamie, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I've actually got a study guide with me here today that for the midterm that I'll be passing out before class is over. Now, were there any questions over the last chapter we read about the Trail of Tears and the treatment of Native Americans in that time in American history?
Yeah, I kind of thought the chapter was a little bit biased. Like, they didn't really take a look at both sides of the issue.
Hey, Jerry. Guess what?
My name's Greg.
Hey, Greg. Guess what? What? Newsflash! You are not the professor of this class, and you did not have to go through the difficult and noble task of choosing a book to teach from. So, in the future, if I were you, I'd just shut my little complaining mouth.
Wait, are you done now? Are you done?
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay, good. Dr. Samuels just asked for some feedback, so I gave him some feedback. So maybe you're the one that should shut your mouth!
Guys! Why don't you just have a seat and calm down? Go on.
Dr.
Mr. Samuels. I just want to say what a great peacemaker you are. I mean, we surely would have punched each other's heads right off if you hadn't stepped in. Really? On behalf of Gary and myself, I would just like to thank you for saving our faces from all sorts of injury.
Thanks, Herb. Let's just move on so we can get this class over.
No need to thank you, Prof. I mean, I just want you to remember that I always have your back. Like...
You know what? We're actually out of class for the time. Pick up your study guides on the way out and have a nice weekend. Okay.
So, Herman, back there, were you proposing to me?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me our wonderful band, Cloud Hall
Welcome back to Joe and Loretta's Low-Cost Gifts. Let's tune in again as they show us another hot ticket item.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Low-Cost Gifts. I'm Joe.
Hey, Officer Marcino here from the Jersey City Police Department.
I hear that about 350 illegally imported bathrooms from Thailand around these parts.
Get in here! Get in here!
That's right, folks. Alfonso here, this dirty dog, he is one of the finest police officers on the entire Jersey City Police Force. And I gotta tell you, you people can spoil yourselves around these parts here because they are the best salesmen in the entire Jersey County. Okay? So I expect you to get down here as soon as you can and see what they got in this apartment. This apartment can't be beat.
No. Okay, well that's all we got for today, folks. Remember, come on down and get your honey.
Okay. $5. Oh man, why would you go out and buy one that's expensive, huh? That's like a huge word. Expensive, you know? Like, how do you even spell that? Like E-X-P-E-N-S-I-V. That's right, folks. Come on down.
And remember, when you're looking for your gifts, low-cost gifts, trust Joe and Loretta's low-cost gifts. Hey, that's all we got.
That's right, folks. Abada bing,
abada boom.
Hey, Desmond, do you know what I'm going to do when I break free of this cocoon?
I know what you're going to do. You're going to find a light and flutter around it.
Hey, monsieur, this is serious. I'm talking about my dreams here. Get a good-looking, fresh butterfly like myself have dreams? Besides, am I not allowed to fantasize about hovering around a well-illuminated bulb with some beautiful woman by my side? That's totally fine, monsieur. But that's not what I was going to say anyways.
So, what were you going to say then, GP? Won't leave us hanging, lads!
Forget about it. You would not understand.
Don't play the butterfly with the hurt wing here. We're lads. We're brothers. We're brothers. Right?
Who was it that crawled out of their cocoon not 2 weeks ago just to get a cell phone so you could call your mama and tell her that you spun a cocoon for the first time?
Well, first of all, that was you, Desmond. But I thought you said we were supposed to mention that ever again.
Okay, but really, what are you gonna do when you get out of your cocoon?
Well, Desmond, I guess I will tell you. When I break free of this cocoon and my wings take flight, I'm going to flutter around their countryside in search of their golden winged fields to pollinate. My dreams are to spread all their baguettes around their countryside so that the heart of Paris may never have to go without that incredible nourriture that is the livelihood of so many of our wonderful bakeries, of our French ancestors. May no man ever go without a baguette ever again, compagnons. Viva la Revolution!
Settle down, boys. Settle down. Don't you think there's plenty of revolutions other than the bakeries of a baguette? Like a elongated loaf of bread with plenty of texture.
Yeah, slow down there, Napoleon. I thought you were going to talk about buying a pack of cigarettes or something.
Very funny, Desmond. I love to smoke cigarettes while I wear my beret and twirl my impeccably waxed mustache. Look at me, everyone. I'm a walking French stereotype. The only reason I will smoke a disgusting cigarette is to blow smoke in the face of an ignorant Scottish insect.
But there's plenty of other causes out there, Team P. Why don't you start a faction to rid our world of those wicked, treacherous spiders? Every time I turn around, another one of our caterpillar comrades is taken down by poison those eight-legged little
destroyed. What butterfly will not give one of his precious antennae to see them read from this land? But every butterfly has his calling, and mine, my friends, is to spread the glory of the baguette all across the land. And I refuse to hang here any longer with you negative nonsense. I say bonsoir to you.
Settle down, settle. We are not yet ready to be free.
I'll let him go, Duncan. He has the look of a monarch in his eyes.
You do not know what this goes for me. This struggle will only make me stronger.
Let him go. He's going to pollinate all of Western Europe when he's free. Oh, he's breaking out. It's like the great William Wallace. Shout it with me, Duncan. Freedom!
I am free, you smelly swine-skin Scottish pansies. Soon a multitude of baguettes will float down from the Eiffel Tower and land in the hungry, awaiting mouths of the tiny little children.
Get going, I'm gonna see a friend of mine. He's round and he's fuzzy, I love him because he's just Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Looking for fun, chasing some honeybees. Pooh Bear, I know he's out there. Rumbly tumbly, climbing a honey tree. But never ends for us, we're so adventurous. Feast every now and again. And when we're alone and there's nobody home, it's nice to be able to count on a friend like Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Wherever you go, oh, won't you take me please, Pooh Bear, I gotta be there. It's me and it's you, my silly old Winnie the
Welcome to another day in 100 Acres, where we get a taste of the sweet life of Winnie the Pooh and his close-knit family. You're probably used to the traditional adventures of Winnie the Pooh that leave you with warm butterfly feelings at the close of the show. In this modern episode of Pooh's Adventures, we won't sweep the dirt under the rug. Prepare yourself. The everyday struggles that occur at 100 Acres may surprise, but in the end, I think you'll find the Pooh family is just like yours. A messy web of difficulty mixed with relationship.
Now, Piglet, go get some wood for the fire.
What did it hear? Okay, good.
And Tigger, go over there by the camping tent and get the matches.
Yes, sir, Rabbit!
Be careful. Be careful not to burn yourself.
Oh, what about me?
Pooh, go set up the tent.
Okay, never mind.
Oh boy, I'm tired. A nice smackerel of honey would be great right now.
No,
Let's
Pooh.
take a break.
No, Pooh, get to work.
Come on, something sweet from my mouth. Honey would be the spot.
No, Pooh. You haven't even started yet. Get to work.
You're stingy.
Rabbit, I got the kindling.
Well, Piglet, this would be perfect if we were starting a fire for a colony of ants. But there's 6 of us. Go get some more.
Tigger's the great! Tigger's the best! I got enough matches to burn down the forest!
Nice job, Tigger. Just don't let Smokey the Bear find you with all these matches. Pooh, how's that tent coming along? Winnie the Pooh, I give you one task and I'll turn my back and you're slurping down honey.
Oh, bother, Robert. Just trying to put a little pep in my step before I pound it on those pegs.
Well, yeah, and now you just turned our tent into a field mine for insects. They're going to be coming here because of all this honey.
Well, I don't mind the insects. I find that cicadas are good listeners.
Bother, Robert. Oh, I'm real sorry. Sometimes I just can't help myself. Once a smackerel of honey crosses my mind, it sticks like the warm golden comb of Yellow Jacket's pride. Only I can bask in its goopy gooey goodness.
We can't survive without the woods, without a camp for a chap!
Tigger's right. Now go help Piglet. I bet she's gathering toothpicks out there. Go on.
Okay, Rabbit, you can count on me.
Go on, Pooh. Put some pep in your step, as Tigger may say. Now, Tigger. Have you ever found Winnie the Pooh without his honey jar?
Well?
When's the last time you saw him without his honey jar?
Probably not since the last time I saw him wearing some pants.
That's what I thought. I think our friend Pooh here has a honey problem.
I think I'm gonna move into the city and try to get there with Rue and find a real good job.
Did you hear something, Tigger?
Just a rustling and tussling of the forest, Rabbit!
That's what I thought. Pooh, look what you got yourself into.
I tried to tell him the jar was too small, but he insisted on getting a closer look.
Pooh, you're addicted. This problem is just causing a problem. Come here. Help me get this, Tigger.
Okay, on 3. A 1, a 2, a 3!
Nice catch, dude.
Oh boy, it's funny how my head can fit. I can breathe inside that thing. I suppose the shape of my head is conducive to honey jars.
Now, Pooh, this has gone too far. Your honey problem is being a nuisance to each and every one of us.
You don't even talk
I hardly ever get any honey.
Yeah. And I just signed a multi-million-dollar contract to be a motivational speaker.
Tigger, why don't you remind Pooh here just how many times he's gotten in trouble from this honey problem?
Okay. Hey, Pooh! Don't you remember that time when you spent 2 weeks in the ICU with over 200 bee stings on your body just because you thought it'd be a good idea to fill your tree with beehives?
You had the blood sugars of a milk chocolate Easter bunny.
Your pancreas works harder than a Saudi Arabian oil refinery.
That time you tried to make me pay $400 just to sign up for your stupid multi-level marketing pyramid scheme and become a distributor.
You don't have to become a distributor. You can just buy the product if you want.
You destroyed so many beehives in your search for honey that the bees have formed the BAPB coalition. Bees against pantless bears.
You maxed out 3 credit cards on honey facials and honey beauty products.
Pooh! You gained 60 pounds of stuff and fluff in the last 2 weeks, buddy!
Hey, what's with your name?
Well, it was going great until Pooh brought out his honey jars.
What? That's impossible! Pooh gave me all his honey jars before he came to this trip. Pooh, you promised!
That was before I buried all these honey jars out in the woods.
No, Pooh! No, stop it! You're gonna get Tigger all worked out! No, stop!
All families have their own vices to wrestle with. Each family member is different in his or her own way, and they learn to accept each other for who they truly are. Some say chaos is an obstacle for I say, let's embrace chaos. That's something we can all agree on. Join us next time and see what happens when one is forced into anger management crisis.
I was in my room watching the time flick, thinking about babes that I could pick. Stacy, I'll give you a call. She says, not if you live in Bowman Hall. So now I'm sitting in my room. I'm still in my room. I may not buy you roses and I can't dance, but girls just give Bowman a chance. Girls, I like to make a plea. I'm Bowman and I'm me. Please give me a chance, I won't screw it up. I won't talk about anime stuff. I'm about to lose it. I'm crazy, I'm Bowman. my Facebook chat blocked. Well, that's a bad situation. I mentioned Bowman and she stopped the conversation. But without rules, Bowman is still great, cause even the lobby's a bit late. Girls, I like to make my Bowman and I'm me. Please give me a chance, I won't screw it up. I won't talk about anime, Xbox stuff that I need to try something new. I'm about to lose it. Even my RD approves of it. Bowman has smart people, and it's the best. To talk, you have to have a good IQ test. Do all girls think Bowman is a daycare dorm? Where we go one, we go all. Bowman House, that's our slogan. We're not a daycare dorm. Because every time I try to let myself a babe, the girl gets in the way of Bowman. Bowman doesn't let it happen. Oh, when the man loves. Bowman doesn't let it happen. Bros before girls. If you're getting up and past my babe to come up to my room, I know about 50 Bowman boys will be there pretty soon. I'm in my room. If I get up and past my babe, Bowman knows my name. My name's Mazellan, M-A-Z-L-L-A-N. Oh, they're gonna talk about video games. Recognize the fact that I gotta recognize the Bowman guys.
Stand to your feet, be proud. Come on, I know this is your first Friday night out in a while. We used to play playing World of Warcraft.
Stand! Represent yourself! Stand, Bowman!
Come on, Bowman. We need you. Oh, we're all alone, Bowman. Be proud. Be proud, Bowman.
When you want the salad bar, your mate wants the grill. Do you find yourself sweating profusely because you know that 5 to 7 minutes of separation lie ahead? Studies of IWU couples have shown that this 5 to 7 minute time period has commonly caused kidney failure, liver disease, hallucination, and Lyme disease. But don't let these findings scare you. Maximum Proximity has a solution. We now bring you the Pioneer Food Services Tray for Two. The Tray for Two allows you and your IWU mate to place all your dining items on the same tray, guaranteeing you that you won't be separated for 1 second during your entire dinner experience. Listen to Pioneer Food Services Director James LaPetrie, creator of the Tray for Two.
I'm James LaPetrie, Director of Food Services at Indiana Wesleyan, and I support the Tray for Two. It really helps these embarrassing moments at these young students.
Call Maximum Proximity now and order your Tray for Two today. Call 1-800-4-INDIANA.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my friends
These 3 inches may not seem like a lot, but for IWU couples who are obsessed with being together around the clock, they can cause feelings of neglect and loneliness. But IWU couples, worry no more. Maximum Proximity brings you the Cuddly Couples Pullover. These cozy, 100% polyester Cuddly Couples Pullover can bring security, warmth, and comfort into your relationship. They make sure that no matter where you are, your mate is by your side. Say goodbye to those irritating irritating in relationship ending 3 inches of distance, order your Cuddly couple pullover today. Close the distance in your relationship now by calling 1-800-MORE-PDA. That's 1-800-MORE-PDA.
Neptune. That was the first thing on my mind when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, Neptune, me too.
You know what, guys?
Yeah, Neptune, I don't know what's so inspirational about being a giant of hydrogen, but I do know I'm hungry.
You're always hungry, Jupiter.
Yeah, Jupiter, you're starting to remind me of some of my friends on my planet. Those hydrogenated fats, man, they'll get you, I promise.
You know what, guys? I'm not feeling very ambitious today. What do you say we take a break from the whole revolving thing, huh?
Yeah. Wait. What about sight? Nah, it's just a theory. They'll never know.
So today only, I know Uranus is with me. I say we rock a half circle, huh?
Why not exactly?
Yeah.
What is that? What's that noise?
Do you guys hear something?
No, probably just another solar wind. The wife made tacos last
What are your guys' plans for the weekend?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just, polishing up the old rings for Saturday night.
Sup, Vince? You know, I don't have many plans this weekend. What about you, pretty little lady?
Boy, Earth, how long are you gonna play this game for? How many times do I gotta tell you? I have a boyfriend.
Oh, Venus, he's a loser. I could date any old schmuck of a moon orbiting around my planet, and then worship the ground I walk on, too.
Yeah, Earth, what are you doing asking a girl out on a date anyways? Trying to confuse little kitties on your planet? Huh? Mother Earth?
You just got roasted like a chicken in a crock pot.
What's so funny, Rings McGee? Huh? You think those things actually look cool? Huh? It looks like a giant cheese puff stuffed inside a Cheerio, right? Oh, Earth, you hurt your back again? Well, maybe you should quit sitting on your axis all day long, right?
Oh man, you just got roasted like a chestnut over an open fire.
Guys, watch out. Here comes an asteroid.
Hey, flower child. Relax, alright? We're planets, and we're orbiting a
Yeah. Like Mars over there.
Hey, Mars, what you got on your chest? Another roller?
Red rovers, and Mars right over, right? Oh, look at it.
Man, you just got roasted like a fresh pot of coffee.
Okay, guys, you know what? I'm sorry. Earth, I'm picking on you. I apologize. I made you a fresh bag of cookies today.
Oh, all right.
Some carbon cookies. Oh, my ozone's deteriorating. Oh, my glaciers are gonna melt. Mars is gonna blow up. Oh.
Really? It's not like I chose to have the UN, aka the United Nut Jobs, on my planet.
Well, who put them there, Earth?
Well, according to its inhabitants.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
It all started with a big bang! Bang, bang! Right, Earth? Bang!
Say, Earth, you handle yourself pretty well under pressure. Maybe I am free this weekend after all.
You're my Venus! Guys, play cool. Here comes the opposing galaxy. Everyone position, you know what to do. Okay. So you guys want a piece of this, huh? Want to play hardball?
All right, bring it on.
Okay, everybody ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
Now, who do you think you are?
Kansas big for a candy bar. You're small and ugly and tiny for regular us. 100,000 light years and think you can challenge us?
Not today.
When the Milky Way galaxy be like a dead wave. When the Milky Way galaxy be like a dead wave.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, go. Go. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Come on, keep buzzing. Yeah, where? Go.
Get some motherfucking way. You look like South Washington Street. Hey. Great victory, gang. We nailed it.
Yeah, good job, guys. Are you guys sure you didn't hear anything? I swear I heard something. Nope. No, I don't think so.
So, anyways, guys, back to roasting. I think I got a pretty good one. Hey, Uranus.
I got one for you. Okay? Men go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Yeah, that was dumb.
You can ask my friends. I've always been a ham, and I just love playing different characters because I get to be somebody, I'm not a little bit, and it's lots of fun. This part of FNL is called the Spiritual Punch because we want to share our purpose with you, and that's to glorify God. And I have a story to tell y'all right now. In the 4th grade music class, we had this day where you could show off your musical talents and abilities. And there was one girl in particular that was very good at what she did. She played piano, and it was beautiful. It was phenomenal. And everyone clapped for her. They just gave her all this applause. I'm like, ooh, I want that. And so my teacher said, does anyone else want to share their talents with us today? And I was like, yes, I want to share my talent with you all. And so I raised my hand. I was like, I have something. I wrote a song. And I proceeded to walk up to the piano. And I just want to stop right there to let you all know, I have never been trained in piano whatsoever. The only time I ever played piano was at my grandma's house just to play on the keys. So I told everybody I wrote a song. I'd never written a song before in my life. And I'm not going to play the whole song because it's kind of long, but I am going to demonstrate what I did. This really happened. Okay, so I started from this end of the piano, and I started with the white keys, and then I went back and forth to white and black, so it was like this. And then I made it all the way down to here, because I'm not going to go all the way through it, and I went back like this. And I went all the way back to this side. Okay, but I wasn't done because there has to be a grand finale of every, composition and piece. And so, like the great composer I was, I went. But wait, I had to hit the black keys. And that was my song. It's funny that I actually did that, and I wish someone was videotaping that because I would love to see the reaction of my teacher and all my classmates. They're probably like, whoa, this girl is weird. Which is true, I am kind of weird. But I was trying to get what that girl got. She got all this applause and recognition for her talents and abilities. And I wanted my identity to be found in what I do. And that was something I really didn't have. And I think a lot of us, we want to be noticed for what we do, our talents and abilities. If you look at our Facebook, we make fun of Facebook here, but there's a section for your hobbies, for your activities, and you state, what your favorite movie is, and some people are kind of discreet, some people will tell their whole life story on their Facebook profile, but that's okay. But we want people to know us, we want to be defined. But what if we have talents and abilities, or we have interests that society just does not value? Like, for example, if I were to find my Facebook, which you'll find out, I have nothing about athletics, and it's pretty cool to be an athlete. I am just not athletic whatsoever. My family can tell you that. I'm just not athletic. And so, am I nothing? Am I zero if I can't add up to what society wants me to be like? No. There's a sense of worth. We have a sense of worth. We have an identity. And so we have to ask ourselves the question, who am I? Right? As I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, how would I define who I am? And this is an example. I would say that I'm a good-looking, ambitious woman that loves to be around people, which is true. But I can get a little confused in between there because my whole life purpose then would be to be about maintaining my looks, making goal after goal until I keep succeeding. And then I would just try to get people to like me as much as possible, and it could just get into a snowball effect of mess. And on the flip side, I would also want to find my identity in that, and say another person comes along that's more attractive than I am, my identity is threatened. And if someone comes along that's more ambitious than I am, more successful, my identity is threatened. If someone that comes along that loves people or they get more attention than I do, my identity is threatened. And that is why our identity cannot be found in the things of this world, in our interests, in what we do. It can only be found in who we were created by. And we were created by God. We were created to be His child. He created us to be in a relationship with Him. first and foremost because he loves us. And with that creation, he gave us free will, the choice to love him or to not. My husband, Heath, I love him so much, but I can tell you right now, he did not program me to love him back. That wouldn't be real love. I'm not just a robot that chooses, that doesn't choose, that's just programmed. I choose to love Heath. And likewise, true love cannot exist if it's programmed. God wants us to choose him. And so our identity is first found in knowing that we are a child of his. And also there's an enemy out there that wants to destroy that relationship with God. He also wants us to find a false identity. He wants us to focus on our image. He wants to focus on what we do, how much money we make. But we can't put our identity in that. I love how the Apostle Paul in Ephesians 1:1 describes himself. I think this is how he would define, who am I? He says, I chosen to be a follower of God, the Apostle Paul, am chosen by the will of God. Chosen by the will of God. He didn't say, I call him and set in prison and this is what I do and I've done all these things. But he's like, no, I'm just chosen by the will of God to be an apostle for him. I hope that each and every one of you know that you were created by God, that he desires a relationship with you, and that your identity has to be found in him, not in the things of this world, because that's going to pass away. Our relationship with God doesn't. We have eternity after this life with him. Let me pray for us. Heavenly Father, how you love us so much. You love us so much. And God, I pray right now that your spirit rains down on each and every person that's in this room. I pray that they know that their true identity is found in you, God. Nothing else. So if they're struggling with that, God, speak truth into their hearts. God, thank you so much for this night. Thank you for loving us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, hello everybody. It's time for a special presentation.
Special presentation.
That's right. I wanted to just share a little bit about FNL and a very special person. And FNL actually started almost 20 years ago. And I remember the first FNL, we had like 30 people there. Do you recognize that tonight and tomorrow night we have 2 sold-out FNLs? Isn't that amazing? For all these years. One of the persons that has really been responsible over the last many years for FNL, this is her last FNL. I don't know how many of you know, but Jessica Lamphere is going to be leaving Indiana Wesleyan, going to great opportunities elsewhere. She doesn't know what they are yet, but they're great opportunities elsewhere. And before she leaves tonight, and then of course the show tomorrow night, but I wanted to come out tonight and have Jessica come up on stage. Jessica, where are you? Oh, there you go. Oh, boy. For you, Jessica, come on here. In her office, she used to have what she called a plant in a boot. So we got flowers in a boot. That's the best we could come up with. But Jessica, on behalf of the whole Indiana Wesleyan University community, we want to thank you. Thank you for making FNL what it is today, for all of the laughs and all of the good times, and a few of the little, but yeah, it's fine. And really, for the impact that you've had on this campus. Absolutely incredible. So enjoy your plant in the boot. And let's give a big round of applause